Okay, so this is quick word. You're listening to the voice of Christina Swarbrick. This is a quick word of hope. This is for those who are actually in prison, on home detentions, or on under home arrest, or those who have been going through some sort of court case, or those who are waiting to be sentenced, or those who are waiting to be um, to those who are actually paying some sort of legal punishment, or those who are actually waiting to go face a judge, a jury, those who are waiting to go to court. I'm just coming to you from this place of detention myself, where I'm going through a court case right now. And what the assuring word that the Lord is giving me, that I want to encourage you with, is that the judgment, okay, this is what the Lord has given me over this season. The judgment that's going to come to you is not the end result. It's not going to be the end result, okay? The judgment that is coming to you is man's judgment of you. That judgment is man's judgment of you, okay? So you will see that some of the greatest people, uh, be it spiritual leaders, economic leaders, political leaders, whatever, some of the greatest people that have been through are people who've had a bigger calling or a bigger assignment to do. Okay. So if you've got a big assignment to do, some of you will actually find yourselves coming in contact with the law in any nation of the world. And what happens is that God is bringing you into that courtroom to understand. And one of the things that I did when I was going through a trial was that the Lord began to reveal to me, give me understanding and insight into how the courtroom of heaven actually operates. So I watched the prosecution counsel, and I watched the defense counsel, I watched the judge, and I watched with the jury, and what happens in there. And the Lord kept on reminding me that this is what you're seeing. I brought you here so that I can give you an insight into what actually happens in a judgment room. Okay. And so when the judgment was actually passed, I I just felt in that moment that I was actually in heaven's courtroom. And the Lord began to give me another side to the place that I was finding myself in. And what I saw uh was I was faced with some sort of judgment, but the Lord quickly took me to a different realm, and He began to speak to me that this is the process that I'm taking you through, so that you can understand how the courtroom of heaven works. So the courtroom of heaven actually um, believes in freedom. So that's a totally different thing. So where in that place you find forgiveness, you find Jesus sitting there and mediating, and that. So I'm talking about the spiritual aspects of your freedom, where you're at right now. Okay, the systems of this world may put you in a place where you're starting to feel anxious and confused and lost, and finding yourself stuck in behind the prison doors. But you are made up of three things: body, soul, and spirit. So your soul may be fighting it, but your spirit man wants to be free. Your spirit wants to be free. It wants to breathe. And so your spirit is telling you that you whatever the judgment is, be it imprisonment, you are there. It's going to end soon, and you're going to come out. You can still live your life, and your testimony is going to be the greatest story, because you're going to turn your pain points into powerpoints. You're going to turn the process that you're going you're going to turn your process into a promise that other generations are going to look at and trust you, because you've been through it and you've come out. Like Joseph, like Moses, like Jesus, everyone is tested and tried, even like Daniel. So what you're going through is not, don't think that it is everything is of the devil, because the Lord wants me to actually show you this other aspect, that um, He wants to show you a different side to how His spiritual law actually works. And He wants to give you an insight into um, heaven's courtroom, because there's just judgment and there is freedom in His kingdom. You are listening to the voice of Christina Swarbrick. Okay, so stay there. What you're going through, this is a process, and this process of pain is going to be turned into a promise. Something. So the price that you're paying it for a bigger generation and for a bigger cause and for a bigger agenda. So just be patient, go through it. And when you're going through the fires, you will not be burned. When you're going through the waters of whatever that is that you are facing legally, you're not going to be drowned. You're going to come out really strong, listening to the voice of Christina Swarbrick. God bless you.